Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to the Monogatari series. It is the second season part 5 and it is the finale. Sorry, the finale for our little arc about the tiger. So you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions and you will find a link. Replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots and enjoy the reaction. Once you've done, come back here and hear my thoughts about this story arc. So see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, that was a great finish. I really liked it. I liked the story arc in general. It's really good. Although I really had struggles getting the idea behind the tiger and what it was about until the last episode. So the last one, episode 4. I can only hope others had the same problem. But it finished off pretty nice. I'm really impressed with the fact that Hanekawa made this step, made this leap forward and faced, kind of faced herself, faced her problems head on, asked for help, although it is just herself that she asks in some kind, the Black Hanekawa version, and she does it via letter because it doesn't go directly, but still it is a step. And it is a major one, and as we see, it helps a lot. So that was surprising. I like the way that she kind of genuinely sees both aberrations as her sisters, because they're part of her. So she kind of cut the tiger out of her heart. It was a part of her, the envy, and she just cuts it out. And this is a very interesting concept to me. So this whole pure white, crystal clear idea that we had about her is because every negative emotion she first kind of put into her heart and didn't let out. So that's why she had so much stress, which created Black Hanekawa. And then when it became even more and couldn't be, handled, then she, instead of being envious openly to others or being negative, instead she created the tiger unconsciously. This is this interesting thing, and it shows that she is something special. I mean, just think she would have gone on doing stuff like that. As the tiger said herself, it would be very likely that she would have created hundreds of aberrations who wreaked havoc on the world of man. And while she is pure and innocent, well, you could ask if she's innocent or not. That would be an interesting world, because you would have like a pure being, a very good being in the middle, but around it a lot of problems, around a lot of negative aberrations that create more problems for man. So there would be the interesting question, is it her fault or not? Because she doesn't do it actively, she does it subconsciously. So there we would have this typical thing. It could be like a theme for a whole own series, where like heroes trying to save mankind because the world is overrun by negative aberrations. And they finally find out in the end of the series that they are all created by an innocent girl in the middle, and pure innocent, not a bad person at all. And you're like, okay, you can save the world. You just have to kill this innocent girl. Do you do it? That's one of those tough questions. It could have been an interesting series. But I like it. She, in the end, handles it by asking to take both of them back inside. Just by logic, it would mean that Black Hanekawa is gone, the cat is gone, because she's now able to deal with her emotions by herself. But then, on the other hand, if you see, she created her once, she is still somewhere inside of her, living there, I guess. If there is too much stress and you cannot handle all the stress all the time. We never know what will happen in the future. Maybe we will see the cat again. Although the envy, I am pretty sure we will not. Because that is something she clearly learned. Black Hanekawa is still a bit related to her, is bound to her bodily, while the Tsubasa tiger was completely apart from her. So I was wrong about what started the envy tiger. I thought it was created because of the envy against Senjugahara, the love story between Senjugahara and Araragi. But it was instead due to the fact that her mother and her father, both, kind of got back together, started to form a family bond again, and she realized they didn't do it with her. Just the two of them started it. So she was envious of this family. I'm really sorry. I'm a little bit over. So that's what she was envious about, which was strong enough to create the tiger. Which leads to the question for me: does that mean that the concept of family, having a family, is more important to her than the love to Araragi? I guess so, because that's what started it. I like it because it shows that this series is not only about Araragi. It is not mainly focused on him. It's a cool thing. I'm really in for it. And it shows that Tsubasa Hanekawa here is interested in being part of this family, as we see in the end. Hopefully that will kind of better her family, because if her father and her mother are able to get back together, maybe they can do it with her as well. And she did not go away. She stayed there, so she has her own room now. She is part of the house at least, although separated. Not a nuisance. So maybe they will try at least to get like a real family going. And seeing that she now tries to be a little bit more dark, not only pure white, maybe it will work. We will see. It will be a nice thing in the future. What else did we have? Well, she asked the metal cat, she asked Black Hanekawa to help her doing it. And the cat did it because she likes to be called family as well. So she sees herself as a part of a family. I guess it may be because she's still connected to Hanekawa, because they're the same body. So maybe, I mean, she has her memories, so she more understands the reasons and is way more in for it. While the tiger is completely against it, he's completely opposite. And kudos to the cat for sticking to the tiger while being burned. Holy heck. She really gave all. And yes, the tiger was about to burn down Senjugahara's house. I got that. We already guessed that, because there was this question, which would be the next house. So, yes, possibly. It seems it is not completely completely vague what he's going for. He acts as though he's thinking about what he's burning next. But in the end, he is following the footsteps of his former master, of his creator. So, although he wants to be himself, he wants to be kind of self-ruling, he isn't really. The tiger is still driven by the emotions and by the places where Hanekawa was. So, and as he said it, what she did seed, she will reap now. So the problems will follow her, which shows that you can't get away from your problems, even if you're able to extract them as a tiger. The tiger will follow you. So yes, pretty clearly, if he would have burnt down the house and possibly injured or even killed Senjugahara, there's no question that Hanekawa would have gone nuts about it, which would have just created more problems for Black Hanekawa. And interestingly enough, I even wrote that down, when she created the tiger to subconsciously. Then the tiger burned down the house of the family of Hanekawa due to the stress that was due to the burned down house. Then Black Hanekawa appeared again. The cat appeared again. So it is kind of self-fulfilling there. So she just makes it worse by creating things like that. However, Black Hanekawa then faced the tiger, didn't get it done. I mean, how could she? And we have Araragi appearing with the sword of destruction, doom, and aberration slaying. And that is something, well, there clearly has happened something. He looks completely different. I mean, his hair wasn't up. I think I've never seen him with his hair flowing down. He always had this one strain of hair standing up from his head, which was kind of his trademark, you know. His clothes are completely torn, but somehow he looks really relaxed. And so there clearly has happened a lot in his storyline, which will we hopefully see. And he helps her out, well, quite easily. I mean, he has this sword, which means he has it from our vampire girl because it is hers. However, he got it. We will see. He read the letter, so he knows about the love of Hanekawa. I mean, he clearly would have known that before, I guess. He sees what she's trying to do, and he steps in to help. And I mentioned it during the reaction. In the end, this is what she dreamed about. It is the white knight in shining armor coming to rescue. As she says in her own song, there's not someone coming, there's not a knight coming to save the princess, you know? Here he is, and he saved Black Hanekawa, which is, in the end, Hanekawa with her problems. And we could even see that, and I like it. There was this moment when Black Hanekawa stood up, when for a moment the real Hanekawa took over and stated that she will take all the negative emotions as well, that she will change, that she will not be pure white anymore. A very powerful scene, which was completely disrupted by the tiger then. But so even Hanekawa remembers what happens. So she's there, that is her, and Araragi came to the rescue. And he rescued her from a huge beast, spitting fire. Like a dragon. Just saying. It is the princess on her knees, with burnt down, a huge beast in front of her, standing for fire, like a dragon does. And then someone comes and slays the beast for her. It is the knight. He's there. So, and then he patted her head. Well, but she likes it. It's okay. So very fitting. We had the confession from her that she loves him. We have a clear answer, which I was surprised about. I was even surprised about the question, do you love her more? I mean, that's something I wouldn't ask, because I would be afraid of the answer. Because both answers are devastating for one person. If Araragi's... let's just think you have someone you love, and you know this person loves another one as well. Which happens. We have big hearts. We are able to love more than one person. What do you want as an answer? No, I love you more. This is devastation for the other person. Or, yes, I do love the other person more. It is devastation for you. But I can see that just because she was on this journey to get a grip of her emotions and of her issues, she doesn't want to get clear of them. That is something she tried in the past and it didn't work out. She wanted to find her point where she's at. And so he gave her a clear answer instantly. Not thinking, not meddling around, not changing anything, not like, yeah, you know what? A clear, yes, I do love Senjugahara more. Yes, it's a sting to the heart, and I can completely understand it. But it was possibly necessary, and she, for the first time, bailed, she cried. She felt the pain instead of pushing it away into an aberration. So, and he comforted her. As he said, he will be there to comfort her. because you just because you just by saying you love someone more doesn't mean you love the other person less than you did before. You know, I love my parents, and I can possibly guess who of both I love more if someone would ask me, but that doesn't mean I love the other person less than I did before. I still love my other parent as much as I did before. You know? So, and I will be there for both of them if needed. Hopefully not. So, where was I? Love. Nice ending. I really like it. And then we just, by doing so, we kind of have like a position where the three of them are staying. In the past, Hanekawa kind of accepted this relationship that the other two have, and now that she came clean of her own emotions, of her feelings, of her problems, she has a clear answer that this relationship will last, even although Araragi knows her love now. There still will be this relationship, and she will have to see where she fits in somehow. We have seen from Sugahara that she can be an awesome friend, a really good friend, someone who tries to help her, and in some ways, I think she doesn't feel threatened by Hanekawa. If a love is pure, you don't threaten the other one. So what, you know? And then we have Hanekawa's having her life, getting her own room, possibly, hopefully, getting things done with her parents. And we have this little blink, which I caught at the beginning of the series, that there was a former snail in there. So Hachikuji was in there once Hanekawa lost her way, as it was the job of Hachikuji. She was the one for people who can't find their way home. And that's it. She wanted to find her way home. Her home has burned down, but not just the physical place. Her family was broken, so she had no home in the emotional kind of way. And she visited with Sugahara, she visited with the Fire Sisters, the Araragi household, even a little small interactions with others, and as she said herself, she tried finding her very own home in her heart, what she needed in a home, what she thinks would be a good one. So she tested other homes, and now hopefully she will make one her own room, which is her own home, but with her parents nearby, hopefully to make a family. Really good ending. I like it. I mean, this is a series I can understand that people say it's one of their favorite story arcs. It's a bit confusing at the start, but if you watch it from the end and you see how it all developed, very well done. Really good. So, great one. Nice music again. I realized that. They're really good with that. And, well, I'm looking forward to what the next story arc will be about. I kind of hope it will be about Araragi, but we never know. So, that's it from me this time. I hope you liked. As always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And I will see you the next time. Until then, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.